So you may have noticed, if you're watching this pretty close to the day that it's been posted, I'm doing a video a day at the moment just to get the reps in, just to keep growing, just to keep pushing, improving my skills every day. And today I had a bit of resistance. I had a lot of resistance actually. I didn't know what to make the video about. And usually I like to come up with the idea before I make the video. So when I go on camera, even if I come up with a few different bullet points, then I could sort of talk about things freely and just get things out there. But today I had a little bit of a different focus, been doing a bit of sales and keeping my hand in with the gym. And then I came back and I just didn't want to do anything. I sort of wasted a bit of time. I still did all my other tasks, but I didn't keep the momentum going. And then when it came down to write a video, I'd already sort of stopped. I'd already sort of let the foot off the gas. And I find if you do that before you've completed all your tasks, it makes it much harder to actually get things done. This is why I like to get most of my important stuff done in the morning, out of the way early. Then in the afternoon, I can focus on more creative things or just use the rest of the day to work on stuff that isn't high pressure. Anyway, today, resistance. So I'm going to post a video about me feeling resistance and just show you the inside of how it actually feels to post every day. I don't have any resistance to get on camera. Usually it's just the idea. And then you use the fact that you haven't got a good idea, or you feel like you need to make the idea perfect, or you haven't got the right terminology, or you want to make it engaging, or you haven't got the right title. And most of the time, these are the days where you actually put out a solid video. I haven't scripted any of this. I'm just talking off the top of my head, and it's real and it's raw. And you can sort of tell because I'm having to think about things as I go, and I'm just rolling off the chain. So what can you learn from this is the fact that even if you haven't got a perfect idea, within reason, get your video out there and just get the rep in, because it's these times, it's the gym sessions where you find it tough, where you're struggling to, you know, come up with the next exercise, or you're not giving it 100%. It's those days and those weeks, if you're on a bit of a rut, that is where you make the most progress, when you don't actually realize it. You don't sit at the top of the wave and ride permanently. You're sort of up and down and going through the motions and getting things done. As long as you stick in the game and play and do things when they're tough, you're much more likely to get the desired result, because you just play even though you're not really into it. Now, not to say that I don't enjoy recording. I find it's a bit therapeutic. You get some stuff out there, and I live on my own as well. And I don't always see people every day. I do a lot of stuff on the computer, but it's almost like I'm having a chat with a good friend, to have you along, to express what I'm thinking about, get it out there, and also let you guys know that, you know, you might be going through things and you're not alone. Just because a lot of people post the perfect Instagram carousel, carefully fine-tuned and curated posts, and no one really talks about the things that they have to go through until they've gone through them. And I think the most important thing is just to be honest with yourself and be like, that I messed up there, or this wasn't perfect, and just say, look, I'm going to learn from it. And there's sometimes when you go in a bad cycle where you're like, I'm not learning from this, and you realise I've just done the same thing again. And that's where some of the frustration comes from. People are like, oh, you know, I think that's why a lot of people that aren't doing or don't have the luxury of doing what they want to do, I think that's a lot of reason why they're frustrated, because they know they're making the same mistakes over and over again, but they're trapped in the cycle. And it takes a lot to break that cycle. And usually it's broken for them. If they manage to get out, it's a broken cycle, but not of their doing. You know, someone dies, or the company shuts down, or they have a terminal illness, or they go through something. What's the best word? They go through something enormous that just causes a complete life shift. And unless you sort of put that on yourself and take the leap and decide to put yourself under pressure, then nothing's going to change. And the way that I've gone about things, I always like to say I don't regret any decision I've made, because it's all sort of written already. And I've been listening to a book at the minute, again, for the second time. I've sort of dipped it back in and out of it, reality transurfing. And it goes through the premise that everything has already been decided, but it's also possible for you to change which path that has been decided. So you can't change the book, you can't change the contents of the book, but you can change which book that you read. And that is the choice. You have the ability to choose. So a lot of different things there. Stay in the game, play it when you don't want to, stick in and see the results. Just consistent. And remember that I am not perfect. I am one of you. I am a human. But to some of you, I may seem unstoppable. No, I'm joking. What am I talking about? Anyway, I've been Nathan Pickstone. If you've enjoyed this video, drop me a subscribe. This is a little bit of a raw and real and conversation style video with no real direction other than actually getting the video out. Stick around for some more. I've got vlogs. I've got talking head videos like this. I've got gym content on my Instagram. I talk about my food a lot. I'm diving into nutrition, all of these different things. Let me know, stick around for more, and I'll see you all soon.